Warriors. Like you sound like you'd be on the radio hosting the Warriors. Man.
Hey, boppers. Yeah, that was my shit. I've always wanted to do that, man.
Yeah. What's up, you cool cats? And it's your boy Westcoast Rob. I'm coming at you slow on a Friday night.
So we're on there, guys.
Let's go.
So let's talk about your sex work there. What would you?
Yeah, Rob. If you were first of all, if you were a phone sex worker, what would your name be, and what would be your theme?
More importantly, what would you charge?
Oh, I mean, is that an inquiry or is that just a real question?
What is your worth?
Hey, baby, the first one ain't free, but the first one's on me, and you do you, but the second one's on you, baby.
You remember back in the day when they were like, find what's your porn name? It's your first name and the street you lived on or some shit like that. Yeah.
I remember mine.
So what was your porn names, guys?
Mine was Moose Webster.
Moose Webster.
Moose was my cat's name that we adopted when I was a little kid, and Webster was the street.
Damn, that sounds legit. Moose Webster. Yeah. Mr. 11-inch.
Wait, so is it like your first? It's your first pet? What is it?
The first pet I ever had was an orange cat named Moose.
Was it first name and street? If it's first name and street, I'm Paul Blanco.
I like that.
Shit.
I like that.
Shit.
Mine would be
Blanco.
Everyone calls me Rob. I go with Rob, so mine's Rob Highland. Yeah,
that's a good one too.
That sounds like a
really
Rob
good
Highland. Featuring Moose Webster in Hide Your Mom.
See this? We only drink gallons out here. We stay hydrated.
Yeah, we do.
I'm drinking an energy drink right now.
I'm drinking some whiskey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
how's everyone doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Shit. All right.
Later. That's the show.
Everything. That was fun. Yeah, it's pretty easy.
I wish fucking Paul had a damn light in his fucking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like my daughter.
I mean, I understand that because
put her on the phone then.
Is she asleep?
No. She's with Mama.
All right.
She's with Mom. They're out having fun in the living room. Someday I'll have a house and a nice everything, and an office.
Hey man, it's all right.
Everything's the babies.
That's how it is supposed to be, bro.
Good. Baby steps.
That's right.
Nah,
I like what you did there.
She's running now.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay.
That's crazy, man.
I know. Well, before we start, lead us in, don't you? Like you're saying, let people know what they're tuning into right here.
You're listening to the Three-Way Street podcast. We are three friends who met in the military. Who, unlike a lot of friendships made in the military, we remain friends afterwards. We keep in touch with one another, and we got together for another episode of YeahDat, the podcast hosted by Westcoast Rob, and that's when man, I'm talking about the light was illuminated with fireworks from our chemistry of the three of us, man, in that episode.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. You remember that? You ever seen that footage of all the bombs being launched at once in the night during like a wartime? You know what I'm talking about?
Gonzalo, we don't launch bombs. We drop bombs.
Anyways, it was brighter than that. Also, are you singing directly into your microphone, or am I just hearing that very well?
That's not me. I think
I'm not drinking. Yeah. I'm not drinking.
I swear, I thought I heard someone. It sounded like a Lil Wayne mixtape intro. It was like, yeah. Hey, the three-way street.
Well, you sound low. Can you turn it up a little bit?
Me.
Yeah.
I sound
big
low.
fella. Yeah, big fella.
How about now? I had the microphone a little far away. How's that?
Talk.
Check. I'm talking.
I mean,
that's crazy. That it's low. I have the gain up really high.
What do you think, Paul?
He sounds pretty loud.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe
I hear him loud and clear. As clear as I do you.
Really?
You got the AirPods on.
Charles?
Can you? Oh, you can see.
I have. Yes, I
Oh
can
wow!
see
All
you.
right.
I have the AirPods. You have AirPods. I have the cord.
So what? That has nothing to do with anything. That's an Apple product.
Pause like
Apple
this right now.
products are
Hey, pause
good.
like this in a dark ass room. He's like, I can see you guys. I have the cord.
I prefer the cord.
You know what's funny
Hey, there's
is
nothing wrong with that,
I
man.
have the AirPods and they died on me at the gym, and I had a backup pair of wired headphones, and I didn't bring in my AirPods to charge for like straight up 3 weeks because I just kept using my wired headphones.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong
It's
with
just
that, man. And these are the AirPod Pros, man. These aren't just regular AirPods.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know that
Yeah,
fancy
yeah. You know
stuff.
what I'm saying?
I'm
sorry,
real
man. I mean,
basic.
I'm
No,
just
it's
eating
all
crumbs.
good.
I don't have like pro bodybuilder
It's all
money
good.
to be buying AirPod Pros.
Oh man, watch out!
Yeah,
Watch
yeah.
out!
We use C4 from Walmart. Okay,
You must have heard
Did
him
you hear
say
me
that.
say that?
I
Dude.
did. I heard it all.
Okay, I was about to say. I was
I
like,
feel like
that's pretty
I
damn
took
good.
2 scoops of C4 and I felt like Rain Man at the gym. I was like crunching numbers about like my max rep. You know how they say like calculate your max rep is 75% of whatever the hell, blah blah blah. Most of the time I never pay attention to
Yeah.
that, but I was like doing the math in my head at the gym. I'm like, man, if my 1 rep max is this, that means the percentage of that is this, and I'm gonna go to the bench right now.
This is why you use a pre-workout, and maybe you should check out Blackstone Labs, Westcoast Rob.
Go ahead
promo
and
code.
drop that. Go ahead.
Save you
Plug
some
that.
Go ahead
monies,
and
man.
drop that
Save
promo
the
Rob, real
money.
quick
Save
for the
some
people listening.
monies, man. That's promo code Westcoast_Rob for you out there listening. Save you
Hey,
some
are you
money.
ever at the gym and feeling tired? Do you ever wake up not wanting to go? Do you ever
Well, all you need
question
is
your
a
meaningless
bumper coat.
existence? Use promo code Westcoast_Rob to get that free workout. You'll be hearing numbers and seeing colors.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Smelling colors, I should have said. That way.
Hell yeah. So what's up, man? What's good with y'all, man?
I don't, man.
No, take.
Oh, Gonzalo, go ahead. Life, man. I'm same old thing. Not much for me. I'm excited to be back on this three-way podcast.
Yeah.
We failed to follow through. Life gets busy, but I'm excited.
Same.
Hell yeah.
Things
What about
got
you,
a
G?
little hectic for a while. Even everything. Like I stopped doing my own podcasts. I stopped streaming for a long time because I had to get all my ducks in a row. You know what I'm saying? I had to get my school situated. I had to get work. I had to get all that. But now that I took the time to invest in myself back then, now I have the time to do, my show, this show, be on your show, etc., stream,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's good.
Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear right there,
and
man. I mean,
you boys
life
been
happens to
meat-free
everybody.
2 months.
Oh,
About.
really?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, your boy right here has been all in the meat.
No.
Pun intended. Homo.
Pause. Don't
extra
pause.
hard. Well,
What
all
was it?
about
Yeah, Rob.
Rob Highland? Is that what?
Rob Highland. All about the meat.
Oh, man, you grilling? You got a smoker or what, man?
Nah, so I just, I'm old, man. You know what I'm saying? Charcoal, you know what I'm saying? Regular Weber, you know what I'm saying? But then my new neighbor, he has a pellet grill. So in Texas, the guys over there, they just were adamant and preaching about the pellet grill. So I found out it has to be plugged in. So that's like what turned me off about the whole shit. So I'm like, nah, because dude in Texas was like, yeah, it keeps blowing my socket, but it's still, I love it. But my neighbor, he has one. That shit is nice as fuck, man. That shit cooks meat
job.
or whatever, like legit. Bro. So, but yeah, man, I'm all about it. I'm actually, so I intermittent fast, so I don't eat till 1 o'clock every day. But I noticed today, actually, like I only eat 2 meals a day, and then when I get home, it's like it's not even. I don't eat meat really. It's like primarily plant-based. So I guess it's kind of like I'm on like a flex intermittent fast type shit. So
Have you noticed that you've been doing plant-based more often?
Yeah.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
man. Turn the ringer off,
And
man.
I actually like that shit too, man. Yeah, my bad, bro.
The enforcer.
You
The
know what's funny
enforcer.
is before that happened,
yeah,
this
that's
is how
right.
serendipitous this is.
You know what I mean?
Before that happened, you can't see it, but my left hand right here, I went over to my phone and I made sure mine was off so that wouldn't happen. Because my girl's out right now, and I was afraid she would text me.
Oh, okay. See, what really happened, folks, is that fool grabbed his phone and he sent me a text to make sure my shit was off. You know what I mean? So trying to make himself look like the fucking smart one out of us.
Yes.
Can y'all see each other through this application? Yeah, okay, everybody. Okay, making sure.
Yeah.
You just can't see me.
Yeah, we can see everybody,
on
but motherfucking the guy in the dark here.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, it's the voice in our heads.
I like to keep it that way.
No, this is good practice, man.
We're gonna have
I
to switch that up.
I promised on my last show that I was gonna do a live episode.
And that's crazy that you said that, fool, because when I do the podcast or whatever, my wife asks me all the time. She's like, the whole time I thought you've been doing it live. And I was like, no, but that was a fucking great idea. Like, she said this like a month ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I should do a live on like YouTube and shit since you and I have last talk. And then you came out with your shit saying that. Okay. And I was like, I don't want to make it seem like I'm fighting.
You could literally be like, I stole this idea from
the idea was already
the
there.
orchestra, and I wouldn't care because it's all about putting it out there. It's about inspiring others. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been saying to people, it's like you prosper as a group.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why like, that whole idea of like Three-Way Street and then the YeahDat is like the Legion of Goons being like my umbrella of little network. You know what I mean? It all like an army can take down a kingdom, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And then that way, I'm gonna say that I'm like, yeah, I stole this from fucking the Empty Orchestra podcast. You should fucking be checking it out anyway, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? No, it does not.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not too bad.
When you do your show, Rob, are you one take? Yes, I love that. I like that shit.
I am. Yeah, I'm one take. And you know what's funny? It's like, so you know, you used to do music and shit. When I used to do music way back when, I used to. It was all one take too.
Cali ass, proper ass pronunciation.
That was kind of a marker.
You know what's Westcoast Rob, and I don't care. You see me and I'm in a chair. That's Cali flow, man. Sounded like
man.
E40.
One take, man. One take. You know what I mean?
E40.
Strong posting that.
Hey, man. Hey, I fuck with E40. Tough, man. Shout out to
that was a
man.
movement.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a big.
Now we here.
Big wave for a while.
Oh yeah, the hyphy movement. I still listen to that fool to this day. He puts out new shit like regularly. Yeah, Paul, man, I saw that swing. I'm glad. You know what?
Same.
I'm glad you filmed yourself like swinging or doing some kind of golf shit because we don't see that shit, man. I wish you would post more of that.
Patience. Actually, it's funny you bring it up.
Hey,
you know, I see y'all doing y'all's podcast, and I keep up as often as I can and as regularly. Let me say that if it drops the same day, I try my best to listen to y'all. But
for sure, man.
Busy, the baby, she keeps me super occupied. I love it. But I was like, man, what's my golf game has been trending in a really positive direction, and my passion. Appreciate it. My passion for it is like exploded, and I was thinking to myself, why? Maybe I should start vlogging.
Yes.
And I want to do club reviews, how to hit certain shots, and just me playing the golf course, my mindset, how to play. Obviously niche,
no,
but
not at all.
I love doing it. I'm so passionate about it. I mean, it's everything to me.
Allow me to interrupt you.
I just enjoy it way too much.
Listen,
go ahead.
Three-Way Street, you're about to get the first story from the bulldozer right here. Ready? When I was 9 years old, my old man took me mini golfing at this spot. It was a mini golf spot. It's no longer there. It got demolished, right? They had mini golf, they had a driving range, and they had this shit called bank ball. Bank ball was like basketball, but the backboards were all jacked up, and you had to hit it in the right spot to get it in. You know what I'm saying? Little kid shit. I did not know that my dad was as close behind me as he was, and I launched a golf ball, and I hit him in the backboard. Right? I hit him right here. Split his shit open. Big ass wound, and he drove with it covering his eye to the hospital and to get stitches. And the nurse looked at me and she said, "Did you do this?" And that scarred me forever. I was 9 years old. On my 18th birthday, he brought me back there to like reconcile my trauma. And we were in the driving range, and instead of the mini golf, because that's where shit went down. And I went to go hit. Paul can elaborate on this. I went to go hit the ball, but I hit it in not the center of the club. It was like the tip of the club, so the ball went almost like horizontally, and it went right in front of my dad's face. And I had instant PTSD from that. And it's a quiet ass driving range, and I said, "Fuck this!" And I smashed my club on the ground and I left. I have a real unresolved trauma with golf, bro. That's why, like, back in the day, Rob, when I was looking to fucking a place to get that ceremony that we won't speak of, a golf course was brought up, and I said a big fuck no to that. Yeah. I said a disrespectful. I put my finger. I said fuck no. But here's the thing: is I watch this YouTube channel called The Best Golf Channel because I think it's hilarious, and they do all the golf cliches. Like they show the arc in the ball, they show the good putts, they show everything, and they're having fun. Blah 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 blah. So for you to say niche, I understand, but I don't subscribe to that idea because people, the audience is there. The people go for the topic, stay for the entertainer, which is what I said to Rob. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I don't want to start a vlog because everybody's doing it. Yeah. Good. If everybody's doing it, there's an audience. But it's like if when Paul starts a fucking golf vlog and they start to talk to Paul, they're going to see a different type of entertainer that is. I'm speculating, but correct me if I'm wrong. You're going to be someone who's. You're going to be Paul. You're not going to be this flashy salesman YouTube like, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to.
Swinging with a Paul.
Oh my god, hold it, you know, with the champagne. You know what I'm saying?
It's great because for the people listening, they can't see any of the things y'all are doing.
That's what I do.
I think it's hilarious.
That's what I do when I talk normally. You should see me in the podcast. I look like I'm interpretive dancing when I'm doing my show. I'm like.
It's awesome. Video, man. Video's the way. Yeah, you're right. It won't be a niche, but it is something that I'm going to be pursuing here.
Hell yeah.
Soon.
Excited, man. I'm excited.
Soon. Very soon.
I want to tell you this, Paul. I want you to. I know you're busy. I know you're not big on the social media and stuff. When you decide to make your vlog, I would like you to make a Discord username. But you can title it your YouTube channel, and that way, whenever you come out with new content, you can post it in my channel. So that way, like, you know, it's more people to see it and stuff.
That's a great idea, and you bring up the social media, and like I nuked mine. Y'all can attest to it. I went completely private. There were some things that happened. It was just a little more. Yeah. It was better for my family. But I nuked it, and I actually love it.
Oh, yeah, big time.
I enjoy that. It's so much more intimate, sharing the things I share with y'all. Like 20 followers, 20 real, genuine individuals that I share something with. So, but when I do start to venture back out into the, sharing that passion, it's going to happen to where I create another social media platform.
Because you can make your platform
absolutely
social media, and that's a different engagement than a personal interaction, right?
Absolutely. I want to keep those separate. I do not want to blur those lines for personal reasons, but I just think it's important.
Same.
Very important to me.
Y'all can't see this right now, but I'm half on my chair and half on a knee.
Half on the chair, half on the knee.
I broke my chair. I broke my chair streaming the other day. I got excited, man.
You got excited.
I was playing
You're doing
Quake.
playing Duke Nukem.
Yeah, I was playing Quake, and my buddy challenged me when I was live on stream, and I beat him back to back, and I went like, yeah, and I jumped back in my chair, my shit said,
how'd it go?
Yes.
You know when computer chairs have like the hydraulic that you sit on, you can go lower, you can go higher. I broke that mechanism within the
I'll
chair,
be right back.
so now if I sit in it, it just goes. Oh, what the?
Oh, can you, Gonzalo? Can you repeat that sound? Record it somehow and use it, as for the intro. Kind of playing off of your your second episode.
That was good stuff, man. I have a lot of fun doing that. You know what's funny is I actually connected with another streamer today because when I first started streaming, I got very fortunate enough to get recognized very fast in a community of people who play Magic the Gathering, and I skyrocketed. Like it was like an instant success, and I had a crazy following. I had, I was averaging 30 plus subscribers a month, and it was like everything I could have asked for in, you know what I mean? But then I slowly started to realize that I was caged into doing this one thing now because the people who were coming for me, they were coming for me. They were coming for how good I was at that game. This is not a brag or anything, but I was top 1400 in the world, and people were coming to see how I played, right? And then once I stopped doing that stuff, people stopped watching. This was last year.
How long ago was this?
Yeah, about a year.
Last year. Have you had any desires to get back on and reclaim that
now, I play for
type
me
of
now.
status?
I
or?
still play that game. I didn't play this season, but I could. If I start playing next season, I'll get to the same, if not better, standing. But I don't want to do anything that doesn't make me happy now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm just very ignorant to the gaming world in that regard, so I'm going to ask maybe some dumb questions.
Okay, say you weren't doing a golfing vlog, right? Say you were doing a general vlog, but on the one day that everyone caught wind of you, you were doing cooking or something. And everyone was like, "Where's your cooking stuff? Where's your cooking stuff?" And you're like, "Oh no, I'm me. I'm not just that." Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm an air fryer specialist. Yeah.
Mid-Rats, my YouTube channel, Mid-Rats.
Mid-Rats. I like that. I like that.
Man, so now it's like,
I like that's good.
I was reconnecting with this dude. We were talking about how banding up and being a creative outlet for these things that you want to do, which is like I was trying to tell Rob with his show. I'm like, man, you should start vlogging. I'm like, who gives a fuck what you're vlogging about? I'm like, you got so much shit under your belt. As do you, Paul. Both of you guys have so much shit under your belt that you can just keep doing all day.
Oh, how modest and humble you are.
And you don't.
Like you don't and shit, you know what I'm saying?
I do not.
It's I'll give you my thoughts on it. It's having the desire to do so, and it just where I'm at in my life right now, my fulfillment is coming from other things, and I don't have the desire to do that type of stuff. With the golf vlogging, love it. That should be the what is that? When we post this, that's the cover photo. That should be it. But I just like the desire, and where I'm gaining my fulfillment at right now is really just spending time with my family and doing those types of things. But the golf has been something that is a huge driving force. Me getting back into golf. A quick recap for me. Anybody's going to be listening. I took 2 years off. Once Tamaya got pregnant, I sold all my clubs. I stopped playing. I was like, there's more important things. We were struggling from a financial. I just gotten out of the military, struggling financially, and I sold all my clubs. And I didn't think I was going to play again. Fast forward, November of 2020, and she pushed me to start playing again. And I built my clubs. I built my set again, and that passion immediately reignited. It changed everything for me. How I train, introduced, my
It's the
physical
normal
training,
side, baby.
and on top of that, the the veteran Westcoast Rob.
I dropped her off at the regular spot.
For those of you listening, we can see
At the regular spot
camera.
because
he got up to answer the phone.
she's usually on like field
And
5,
he
so
thinks that if he's standing
she
behind
comes to the regular
microphone,
spot,
we can't
but
hear him.
they must have been on field 1 today.
And we can hear him.
Yeah,
We can hear the whole
yeah. She
conversation.
was texting me. She's like, "Who's picking me up?" I'm like,
They'd be like,
"Mom."
No.
I was like, "She's on the way." She's like, "Oh, okay."
Do we have like a
Yeah, I didn't know she was over there
any
either.
type of funny sound
If we did, it would be
enter?
You got her? Okay.
Hey man, when he comes back, we should be like, "Is everything good on field 1?"
I'll let it
Yeah, ready? No, right, 3,
All right, be serious.
2,
I can hear y'all, man. What are y'all
1.
What are you doing, man? Is everything all right on field 1?
doing? What are y'all conspiring? All right, so
Is everything okay
Alright,
on field 1?
so it's a busy week for me
Hey man,
over here in the West Coast Rob
who's
household.
going to pick her up, man?
right?
Field 1. I need to go to
So-
field 1, man. What's up? How far is field 1 from where I'm at?
Y'all heard all that shit?
Yeah, we could. Yes,
Motherfucking AirPods, god damn it.
It's not AirPods, you dummy. It's because you're standing next to your mic.
Bullshit, I walked out the door into the fucking, what's it called, goddamn microphone.
Man, that might pick up good.
those
Yeah.
those
Yeah,
AirPod Pros.
But nah, it's a fucking, fool, it's a busy week for the West Coast Rob family over here. Fool, we had, today, my daughters had orientation because my oldest is going into high school, freshman.
Damn.
So she had an orientation. My youngest so we knew about my oldest orientation all day, or like for weeks. But this morning, the motherfucking middle school sends an email out. Oh yeah, orientation for middle schools today at the same time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm like, oh my fucking god. So it's fucking 8:30, and I'm like, shit, I gotta take both of these girls to these fucking schools. So my youngest went with the neighbor because the fucking neighbor's kids, same age, they're friends, whatever. So they go, take them. Fucking wifey picks up oldest at 1. So then pick her up. Then we have open house where we go to the high school and look at like where the classes are, meet the teachers, and all this is at 5:30. So we do that, finish that, come home, change to take her to soccer practice to fucking from 7 to 8:30. And I usually pick her up and drop her off. But you know what I'm saying? I had better engagements tonight, you know what I'm saying? So wifey's doing that. And she's like, why didn't you tell me she was on field 1? I was like, because I didn't know she was on field 1, motherfucker. She's usually on field 5. So yeah, we got a bunch of shit. We got practice tomorrow. We got gymnastics in the morning. We got another fucking open house tomorrow. We have hair appointments. We got all that shit. 2 tournament games this weekend, and then school starts on Monday. So we got a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Dad life, hashtag dad life, and I fucking love it.
So,
You know what I'm
as you were
saying? I
saying,
love
you
that
said
shit.
now that you built your clubs back up, and now you have a newfound fire within you.
The passion reignited, and I'm playing the best I've probably ever played in my life, and the focus is different, the mentality is different. So all of that, and my point of saying all of this is finding those passions, and y'all can attest to this, finding those passions and just where can it lead you.
Absolutely.
And these ideas that are branching off from something that I absolutely love to do, and what's fulfilling for me. So I'm really excited. I'm working a lot and having the support of my family is very important. Balancing that life,
Hell yeah,
dad life, right? Husband life. I have to balance these things. It's just really important to me, and I don't know, Gonzalo, if you were saying it, or I don't know what. Maybe it was in your podcast. I have a little foggy brain right now, but certainly find your passions, whatever it is. If it's doing a podcast, if it's doing a YouTube video, bodybuilding, MMA, playing anything, instruments, go for it. Go for it. Do not. Yes, absolutely. Go for it.
A buddy of mine who's
so important.
23, and he was telling me how he felt, kind of lost in life. And all he did was name off a million things of what other people were telling him to do. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. This is for you guys. Little
oh yeah.
Little sidetrack.
Who
This
got that?
little boy that I
Who holding that
Hey.
pussy? Oh yeah.
Okay, so, and I told him,
Survivor there,
I said,
right?
First of all, if there's one thing I wish someone told me, let me backtrack. I said, you have to live for you. The only person you should want to impress is yourself, because if you try to live for other people, you're just going to be miserable. And I said, if I lived my life according to what would have made my dad proud, I would have either been a soccer player or I would have stayed in the military. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to live my life to how, to make my mom happy, I would have been a fucking painter or you know what I mean, or like a classical guitarist. You know what I mean? Anything. But it's like I would live for me, but it took me so long until I felt truly free. Because even up until I was 27 years old, I was living for other people. Like, oh shit, I gotta play this show because I want people to like, my people are saying it's good exposure for my band, or like, oh damn, I gotta go do this because, it's because so and so says so, or you know what I mean? Like, I constantly living for other people is just so draining. And I said, if there's one thing I wish that someone had beaten into my skull when I was younger, is that just to do what you want to do all the time. To an extent, you know what I'm saying? You can't just like not work. That's within reason, right? But like, you should just be always doing what makes you happy. Just always be doing what you want to do. And the best thing is, if there's something you don't want to do, you don't have to do it. It's that simple, man.
I mean, I don't think people don't really grasp that until like they're mentally mature. Because like, it's easy. Like I preach that to my daughter, especially my oldest. She's going into high school. I'm like, yo, just dress how you want to dress, act how you want to act. Like, who fucking cares what other kids are fucking thinking? Because at the end of the day, those kids who are fucking judging or whatever, they're not going to be in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, who fucking cares? You know what I'm saying? They don't dictate how your life is, whether your life is good or not. I mean, if it makes you happy, if you're comfortable, then do it. So it's like, I don't know. And for myself, that's something that I learned as I got older. It's kind of like, man, fuck, I don't give a fuck who thinks what. I'm doing shit how I want to do it nowadays. So it's just a mental maturity type of thing, I think, in regards to that.
And it's such a bitter experience and a double-edged sword with social media, right?
Oh yeah.
Everybody, generalizing, most people want to post something and get a lot of likes. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah. Yep.
A selfie, a funny picture, a link to one of our shows. Everybody wants to get recognized because they think it's the validation they need to know that they're on the right path. Right? And I'm tying this into the idea of when you're telling your daughters, dress how you want to dress, like what you want to like, because in the end, the people who don't fuck with you, they're just not going to be there. But the thing is there's people who are two things. There's people who are liking or vibing with what you're doing, but don't think it fits the status quo to be openly as about something as you are. Mm-hmm. Like an example, talk to anybody who liked comic books before any of the movies came out. They were I was clowned on in school. You know what I'm saying? now look at them now. Now that it's a thing in pop culture. Those same people are now less nervous, afraid, embarrassed to be openly about something.
Yeah.
I've had that validation in my life to where I had an Instagram where it didn't matter when I posted, how much I posted, whatever it was getting like 300, 400, 500 likes. And I thought that was the sickest thing in the whole world. And then I deleted my Instagram and I remade it similar to what Paul did. And I only added a few people. Now my posts get a couple likes, and that's infinitely better because it's like, those people are, again, partly vibing with what I'm doing, because a like doesn't mean shit. A like is just they were there.
Yeah.
But it's cringy. It sounds like one of those cringy Instagram posts that I talked about, but it's like, who the real ones were, right? But it's always about just doing what you want to do, because in the end it's only you want to impress. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Were you Paul? Who do you golf? You golf for because you have the newfound fire because Tamaya pushed you, right?
Yeah.
That's that fire within you, Paul. Who do you bodybuild for? Do you bodybuild for Instagram likes, or do you bodybuild because it was a challenge you wanted to overcome?
The bodybuilding, that's an introspective thing for myself, because if I can be honest, this is going to get real. Now we can really get personal, because over the past few years, I've come to the realization that I think I'll speak from my truth. I suffer from some slight body dysmorphia, a conditioning, right? Was that established from my youth? Maybe. I don't know where that trauma stems from, but a conditioning. I was not happy with my body. I'm not the most genetically gifted naturally. I'm short. I was kind of chubby when I was like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Once I got into high school, you just don't eat in high school. At least I didn't. But I always felt like, man, I don't look like some of the other guys. I'm shorter. I don't have six-pack abs. And I created this body dysmorphia. When I joined the military, I was in shape. And I still, even when I tried so hard, I didn't look like Rob. Rob, natural bodybuilder, when he leans out, even now, it's like, man, he looks great. Me, I have to. My hardest work doesn't come close to looking like his worst day, right? In my mind, I see myself, and that's how I saw myself.
Yeah.
And I suffered from that. So when I first started bodybuilding, I think that played a large part in why I was doing it. Rob, when we went on that trip, let's use the Venice, when we went to Venice, Golds. I have a picture. I don't even know if I still have it on my phone, but I saw a picture of me posing, and I was so little. I was so thin. And I thought at the time, looking back at the time, I was like, I still wasn't good enough. I didn't like what I saw. And so when I was posting my bodybuilding stuff, I was like, I got to get bigger. I need bigger muscles. Or I was never satisfied because of the conditioning, because of the trauma. So if I'm being honest, I would post all of that because I was looking for that validation. Please, people, like my pictures. Tell me I look great, because I don't feel that.
Yeah.
Fast forward to the person I am now. I don't care.
Yeah.
I am very happy with myself. I change my physique based on what my goals are. I want to be more athletic. I want to be more flexible. That's how I train. I'm very grounded in who I am right now. And when I nuked my social media and when I had my posting my workout videos and all of that, that was the turning point for me.
Yeah.
Said, I don't need this validation anymore. I can sit here and say I'm not sharing this content because it wasn't coming from a genuine place. It was coming from, I need validation. And then that changed. I cannot resonate with that person anymore.
Absolutely.
I don't resonate with those ideas anymore. Not to say whoever else does it. This is my truth, right? And now you see what you get. If we're sticking with social media, it's just very private. I don't need to show that part of me anymore. But when I was bodybuilding, I was not doing it for myself. I was doing it for my ego. Let's say that. I was doing it for my ego. Now when I train, I do it because it's meditative.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too. That's what's up, man. I'm glad you're coming from the aspect of people who will not even come out and admit that. You know what I'm saying? Like that they're doing it for the likes, for the validation. Most people would just most likely be like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it, but the underlying truth is that they are doing it for the fucking validation.
Yeah. They'll slap a fake caption that says something like, I do this for me. Yeah. Oh, self-motivating.
I was there. And I say this is shadow work. This is inner child work. This is trauma work, man. And you have to. I was humbled. My story over the last few years and my journey and how much I've changed and my life has changed and my path has changed spiritually and with my spirituality, everything's changed. I don't recognize the person I used to be. I'm not even close to that. People do not recognize me. If people that knew me or knew who I was do not recognize the person I am today. It took a lot of humbling and a lot of long conversations with myself to get to this point, to get to that point. And talking about living your life for yourself, what fulfillment, and that's where I'm at right now. I feel like that's where y'all are at. I can't speak for y'all. I don't know the truth, but the perception from me is that you live your life because the way you do, because it's fulfilling. And I want to just give a very specific example of what this means to me. Rob, I think we spoke. It's been a while, but I was telling you what I had going on with my life, where I was at, what I was doing for work, and you asked me a very important question, and I'm reminded of it. I asked myself that question, and I taught lessons to other people doing this. You said, does the line of work you do, is that fulfilling? And I had to take a step back. And I said, is that fulfilling, what I choose to do currently? Because career-wise, it's not. But my fulfillment from where I'm currently at in my life, and especially with my career, is the fact that it opened up doors and opportunities to do things with my family. So the fulfillment doesn't necessarily come from the work I do, but from what is produced from the job I have with my family. And there's a fulfillment, and it's not financial, it's time. I have so much time with my family. So I sacrifice the career fulfillment, but my cup is filled with familial fulfillment. And in time, that's going to change because it's fluid. I will eventually get back to, okay, it's time to reach my career goals, what I really want to do in life. And then that cup will be filled. And that's where it's at. I mean, that was a very important question when you asked me that. And I sat on that for a long time. I talked to Tamaya about it. It was very important to find that answer. And through all our conversations, that's what I came to that conclusion. I said, I am fulfilled. So I can answer you months later. I am fulfilled because I get so much time at home. And that's what's important to me at this moment. And that's the clarity that we want other people. I really encourage other people to reach. Live your life based on what fulfills you and nobody else, right?
It's a gamble that a lot of people don't feel comfortable taking, though, which is equal parts understandable and sad. You know what I mean? Like someone who could be like, man, I think about ending it all every week, but I make this much money every week. That's their balance. That's how they justify things.
Oh yeah.
They go, man, I fucking hate my life, but I just bought this dope fucking pair of shoes, and I got this car, and they're constantly chasing that. It's like chasing the dragon with drugs. They think that next thing is going to help them feel better, but they're stuck in a perpetual loop, and it's a gamble a lot of people can't take. I'll tell you right now, I struggled hard for 6 months when I made the decision to liberate myself, to free myself from everything that I felt was weighing me down. More than that, more than 6 months. I'll straight up say a year. My first year, when I left my job and decided that I was going to go to school full time because I wanted to get my degree, and I was going to be a freelance writer to earn money, right? I'll admit it. I thought it was a pipe dream. When I first started, I was like, I'm going to do this, and I gave myself an arbitrary number of months, and I said, if I don't see any results in this many months, man, it's not worth it. And then, but it was actually, my girlfriend was like, no, just do it. She was like, if you need help, she's like, I'll help you. I'll pick up the slack. She's like, I know you'll get me back. And I took that gamble, and I'm still, I'm not living lavish, man. You see me, I got a knee on the floor right now in my reading chair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I don't have lights in my room.
But
I mean, yeah.
Do you know how liberated I feel every day knowing that I've left behind, like, the husk of that former self that was just so weighed down by negative relationships with friends and with work and all those things that you just feel you believe that you're intended to bear, right? That's the tragedy of being a man. If there's one, it's that men both suffer in silence and believe that every burden is theirs to bear, and that's just the truth. But once you liberate yourself from all those things, it's just so free. Hold on, say hi.
Hi.
You're on the show.
Oh, hey.
All right.
I'd like to say.
You need help with that basket?
This is our brain dead.
I mean, help her with that basket,
Yeah,
man.
hold on.
Get off that
dragging
one
it
knee
for
and
real.
help.
Oh, all right.
Hey man, I brought it to the car earlier, man. I left everything empty in this house, man. What was I just saying about men suffering in silence, man? What was I just saying?
on some real shit though, it's like, boy, it personally it hurts my heart to hear you guys like talk about like the struggles you went through, because you know what I'm saying, like me personally as a me being me, it's like the fact that you guys were going through that stuff, and it's like I just wanted to be there, you know what I'm saying, to uplift you guys and shit. But I know you had to go through that to get to where you were or where you are now. So it's just, I don't know, it's crazy.
Let's keep it real, man. Allegedly,
to hear that, you know what I'm saying?
Allegedly, the last time I saw Paul, I was risking an insurmountable number of years of detention for the stuff that I was doing out there.
That was the Arnold in 2018 at the Waffle House before Rob flew in.
I could have worked it out.
Oh yeah. I got there late. I didn't get to see you. That's right.
There? Allegedly. But that's the shit I had. That's the shit I had to do, man.
You know, I mean, it's crazy because you had to go through that shit to get to where
I made
you are
that
now,
joke. I made that joke. I said,
that's crazy, man.
Every step I've taken in my life led me to this moment. I said it as a joke, but it's true.
Yeah. No, yeah, I believe it.
The universe has a funny way of humbling you when you least expect it. And it absolutely will when it's... But that's how that eye is opened. That's how it becomes. I can't.
No spoilers. That's the topic for the next
conversation for another day.
Empty Orchestra. That's you're gonna hear for a sneak preview. Damn son, where'd you find this? It's the
What's
no, it's funny.
you gonna go on your
I was
Joe
laying
Rogan
down last
DMT
night,
kick, or what are
and
we
I was
talking
thinking
about?
about. I was like, man, I should read poetry. I should read my own writing, because the whole topic of being vulnerable. I explained to my girlfriend. I was like, man, I don't want you to watch me do my podcast because I get weird. I'm like, I'm like, man, I have to get weird. I have to get vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? I have to go into a very weird place to be able to talk for an hour to nobody
Yeah.
about what. It's literally it's whatever pops up. There's no it's instant, and I'm thinking about it on the spot. So that's a very very vulnerable place to be at.
That's always the best
And I'm
content.
like, I don't want you. I'm like, I don't want you watching. Oh, that's weird, right? But last night I was like, I think it'd be cool to further strengthen my resolve with feeling uncomfortable, like some David Goggins shit, like do something that sucks every day.
Uh-oh.
I think I want to read my own writing,
Yeah.
or a poem.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about the first poem that I wanted to read was about one that I wrote while a little after I got done tripping on mushrooms. And
Do that shit.
yeah, man, that shit changed my life. I'll save that, but just know that it.
You know, you need you need a trip on some oyster mushrooms.
You got to trip on some fresh mushrooms.
Delicious.
HEB produce section.
Hashtag plant-based diet.
Some oyster and king oyster mushrooms. Hen of the wood.
You want to talk about opening,
Some hen of the
opening your
wood
third eye,
mushroom.
man? I'm telling you straight up. I've not been the same since that day, and that was the beginning of my life changing. The first step I took.
That's I want to have this conversation with you because I'm actually we'll have this conversation offline because we've been going because I respectfully disagree with that. And I will. You and I are due a very important conversation. You've been asking me for it, but that's your truth. I respect it, but I'm going to provide a different perspective. We'll do that offline. Maybe the next episode. I don't know.
You disagree with what? I'm gonna be the mediator since
But
it's just YouTube. You disagree with what?
No. He says it's
no. You ain't gotta go into it. I just want.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably a topic that'll go on for another hour. That's probably what he's saying. We'll get to it. Or another
no,
time.
yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, just the idea, because I know a lot of people talk about opening their third eye. That can be opened at any moment, and I've had this conversation with Tamaya, and Tamaya's my wife. For people that are going to be listening, fiance, we're married in spirit. The use of natural things of this earth to reach a level of enlightenment and to open that eye. I am the opposite in that belief, where in spirit and in ascension, we have the body, and the human body and spirit is all you need. It provides you with everything that you would need. But we'll get into more another time, right? Because it would be a very long conversation. But
My thing is,
I want to be a part of that.
That would be a fun conversation.
I'm biased, but I want to be part
well, here's the thing: is I'm also semi-biased because I don't believe in recreation. The moment that I began even the first % of feeling different, my friend, it felt very, what's the word? Like not of this earth. But my friend looked at me in the eyes, this far away, and he said, "When you hear the message, hang up the phone." Right? And he knew what he was trying to say, but that stayed in my brain forever. And the next day, I knew what he meant was because I did that. I genuinely believe in my heart, my truth is that I experienced, saw, understood things that changed me. I heard the message. Now I'm going to hang up the phone. I don't have to go back there. I don't have to abuse that. Right? That's my bias.
Yeah. I'll s- yeah, I'll say this as well. On the other end, when somebody's third eye begins to open, we're talking about layers of trauma that are being peeled away, and also a raising of your vibrations that can be done with meditative practice. And I think that's where you're coming from. Correct me if I'm wrong, because the assist in
No,
meditative.
what I did
Am
for
I
months
wrong?
prior,
That's
as
what I'm.
because I
You know
had
what I
really
mean?
bad since the Navy, I've had really bad insomnia. Like I got like diagnosed with it. So what I started doing
Hmm.
months prior was I started practicing with guided meditations, and that was my introduction into
Hmm.
meditation.
Hmm.
And then I started doing, guided astral projection. When I was brand new to everything, I wanted to just learn as much as I could. But the guided
Yeah.
meditations allowed me to be alone and navigate what I'm thinking in a way that I could stop thinking so much and try to sleep, right? So when I ingested those
Yeah. Yeah.
mushrooms and I laid down in the bed that I had been practicing my meditation, and it was dark. I was alone. I was in a safe environment. My setting was it was it wasn't hostile, and I wasn't bothered. And I just began doing those things that I had been learning for months prior, and I think that's what allowed me to feel so calm and again hear the message that I needed to hear.
Yeah. I guess my perspective of it is when discussing it, I wouldn't say it's necessary to reach that state,
Oh, I
but it
know,
is an
right?
assist. That's really what I'm getting at. I don't mean to be the complete polar opposite of you. I have no uh, I think it's a good thing to practice and use to reach certain points, but it can be done without. I am one of those people that want to achieve it without assistance
Mm-hmm.
of anything. That's me. My wife, on the other hand, would say it is absolutely necessary in certain cases. We have a one of our friends, a guide, if you will, is a firm believer in medicinal use uh, of marijuana to kind of ascend in certain aspects. For myself, uh, I don't always practice what I preach, but certain meditations, grounding. I think I've mentioned grounding to you
Yeah, big
before.
time.
Uh, grounding and doing what we call shadow work. Your third eye will open, but it's a lot of trauma there too. There's so much that goes into it. This is going to be a great for whatever the next episode.
Yeah,
I think this would be really cool to
hell
talk
yeah.
about. I might get Tamaya on it. She'll blow your mind. I gas my wife quite a bit with this. She'll
She'll blow
blow
your
your
mind. She
mind.
starts freestyling. She's like soaking and bulking and half, soaking the left practice.
Well, shit, that would be next
There's
week's
a lot,
episode right
man.
there. Fucking third
Let's
eye
go.
and all this other
Easy peasy.
spiritual stuff.
Yeah.
Man, this was a really good intro, man. You know why I think this is a great intro to the three-way street
Why?
is because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this show does have a bit more structure than our shows because we are three like-minded people, similar, but I do believe we each bring a different personality trait to the table, which is why this conversation went from careers to drugs to third eye to bodybuilding, you name it. And I think this is a good introduction because you got a taste of a little bit of everybody tonight.
Yep.
Pause.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna say, we'd recorded one before that never got
That's
uploaded,
the
but that's probably a good
that's
thing
the
because this one, in my mind, um, this is really raw here. I don't know. This was
yeah,
good.
big time.
If this is, I don't know if this is an ending note or not, but I think this will resonate.
Yeah. I mean, we can end it right here if y'all want to end it right here, man.
That first episode, that's gonna be the infamous the lost tapes. Yeah. The three-way, you know, when we keep going in a while, there's gonna be some three-way street fans that are gonna be like, man, yeah, you're not even real three-way. I heard the lost tapes. Man, I've been listening to three-way street since the YeahDat podcast. Come on. Yeah, man, I like that, man. I like this. I'm happy we're doing it, and I'm happy that we're gonna try to keep on a schedule.
Yeah, man.
This is a good time too.
Yeah, this works for everybody. What?
Tuesdays at 8. I hear little footsteps outside the door. It's been running around. She's been trying to get in here.
He gotta go. For me, it's
No, field 1.
yeah. For me, it's my daughter. She has practice on this day, which is not an issue. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, whatever. You know what I mean, I can do it.
We can do Thursdays. Doesn't
No,
matter.
that's another practice day.
As long as I know when, I'll be.
Oh,
Yeah. So
what's the day that's free for everybody?
So originally,
Mondays?
Paul suggested Wednesday, which I was like, "Oh, my daughter has practice on that day." Woo woo. Which I fucked up because she practices on Mondays and Tuesdays, so Wednesday would have worked perfectly.
Oh, also, I'm starting a new schedule soon, and I don't know the schedule quite yet. But once I get that, I'll relay it to you guys. No matter what, we're gonna get an episode out every week.
You're
How about
fucking right.
that?
That's what I'm
I
talking
would
about.
like to do. I would like to do. Whenever, Rob, since I'm close to you,
Yeah.
I'll go down there and to your neck of the woods and
That would be so.
hang
sick.
out.
Yeah,
We can
yeah.
do it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, what were you saying? You would like to
think
do
that would be
what?
real
Is
cool.
that what you were saying you would like to do?
Oh no, like in the future.
Man,
I think that'd be cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
I'll come visit you too.
He's gonna be
I'll
on
come
this
visit
when
you too.
Paul is back home, man, right around here in his old hood. It's gonna be me and him on my podcast, just listening to Red Alert for an hour. Red Alert. Red Alert.
For DJ Laz, man. He's legend. Love DJ Laz.
I texted my buddy that you said that your wife. What was it?
So my father-in-law was
Yeah, I
roommates
sent
with
him a
DJ
screenshot
Laz
of
in
you saying that, and
college.
he said, "I can't escape that song." And if you go in the YouTube comments, everybody, it's like, "Yo, this reminds me of San Antonio." Everybody.
You know, when I was growing up, I was like, "Oh man, I thought he was from Texas," until I'm talking to Maya, and she's like, "Motherfucker,
She's like,
he's from
Red
Florida.
Alert?
That's Florida, baby." Like,
Red Alert.
she's like, "That's Florida."
That's Florida all day. Like that's him, like Tampa Tony. That's that era. My wife used to listen to shit like that, and I didn't grow up listening to that
And she's
shit.
in
man.
the living room breaking.
Yeah.
She's
But
like,
from but in Texas, he was on the like
I'm
it was
telling
nonstop. And so when I was a kid, I was like, "Oh, he has to be from Texas."
Yeah.
But now I know he's
we gotta
Florida.
see it. We gotta get him on the podcast.
Florida all
man.
day.
Well, I'll find him. And I'll reach out to his ass, bro, for real.
I'll
Supposed
talk
get
to
up
Tamaya's
DJ
dad.
Laz. He's like, Red Alert.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He still does his show in Miami.
That's
He's
fun.
still
that
hitting
has,
down
man.
there.
Get him and E40
Yeah.
on here, man.
Man, E40 will be fire as fuck, bro.
Like, wow. Oh, I can't even do his voice. I can't do his voice, man. I was gonna try, but I'm not gonna butcher it, man. I'm not gonna make myself look like a clown.
We got to get somebody. We got to get somebody from each region. So somebody from the Northeast. Who you bringing?
Someone cringe
Yeah.
like
Benzino, bam.
like Slain, La Coca Nostra. What's up? Sammy Adams. Some whack ass.
What is that?
Yes. Exactly.
Exactly.
You remember that song?
Some crew.
I hate college. I hate
Yeah,
college.
Asherah.
Yeah, but he remixed the original by Sammy Adams.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
he
right.
took his song
Okay.
and dunked on it. No one even remembers who Sammy Adams is.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that dude.
No, we got two.
What?
We got two
My
rap
girlfriend goes, "I was
legends.
just at the gym."
We got two rap legends on the podcast already.
I don't know about legends, but
everybody got an album.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But no, I'm talking about me. There's for sure
SoundCloud,
a rap legend.
SoundCloud
It's just not
legends.
me. It's Westcoast Rob.
It ain't me either. You can find me on iTunes. You know what I'm saying? Just type in Westcoast Rob. I'll be on iTunes and on Spotify. You know what I'm saying? I dabble a little bit.
She's passed on.
Check out
Blenders
Blenders
Eyewear,
Eyewear.
iTunes, Spotify. I'm on everything. You know what I'm saying? But
You're not into that.
I think this was a good first episode there, my brothers.
I like that. I bought West Coast Rob on iTunes.
And you know what? I appreciate that. I remember you did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm highly embarrassed of that fucking album.
Why?
It was, I don't know.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? There's some songs on there. It's like I kind of settled. You know what I'm
Paul,
saying?
you know how?
And on my podcast, I dropped this like I couldn't remember what to say. It was don't settle. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't settle on your shit. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't remember what to say. I was like, what am I trying to say? Don't fucking settle on mediocre shit.
So,
which is what I did on that one.
I don't know about you guys, but have you ever like connected to your Bluetooth in the car and it just instantly starts playing something?
Oh god, here we go. I've heard the story.
Yeah.
So man, for years, I
Yeah.
don't think I have it on. For some reason, I'd have to like go re-download it maybe. But for years, whenever I would plug my phone in, it would just start playing West Coast Rob, and it would be loud as hell, and it would always scare the hell out of me. Oh, so good.
We'll use one of your tracks for the intro
I don't have it.
music
I
or
wish
something.
I wish Rob had that on deck. So I'm about to look that up right now, man. Hold on.
You already know I have it on deck, man. You know what I'm saying? It's
So
me.
what do you mean? What do you mean? Got that on deck, man? I got the vinyl, I got the CD, I got the tape, I got the.
I got the 8-track right here, motherfucker.
Hold on. Ooh.
I had actually like I posted when I posted like the podcast new episode drop on my IG story at Westcoast_Rob on IG. Fucking I linked like one of the songs. You know how you can play music with the shit. I played one of my songs from the album on that shit. I was like, damn, you can search me on fucking IG too.
You big
that
time.
distro was serious back then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I was trying to go commercial. You know what I'm saying? I got tracks with like Pusha T and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the same track with Pusha T and fucking who else?
Yeah, I would turn my car on, right?
Fool, that's like that you play the song that I like dislike the most
go to
of,
the gym.
like, on the
I'm
album.
feeling good, man. I saw my car, boom, 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 and then
Oh my gosh, bro. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? That was a wrap to this podcast episode.
man, they really trying to bother block.
Oh my gosh. I hate that
I'm in my
song,
car,
man. Oh my
This is a
goodness.
banger, though. This is the best song on the album.
That's my shit right
in my
there.
opinion.
Hey, my man, I appreciate that.
Sound like a Lil Wayne beat from 2007.
Yeah. That's that Undercover Hood rat right there for those listening out there. You know what I'm saying?
In Rob
Available
We
on
Trust
iTunes.
is the name of the album.
That's right. I mean, that was
Oh, no wonder it sounds like a Lil Wayne
2009.
beat, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's 2009 when that
Hey, you
shit
dropped.
dropped, man.
What else
That's
came out
old
in
shit.
2009 you dropped that with, man? Snap Your Fingers by Lil Jon? No.
Oh shit! I'm old, motherfucker.
Oh,
I'm
man.
old.
That was good.
But
Young at heart, Rob.
what's that?
Young at heart.
Oh yeah, most definitely,
Man.
my man. Most definitely.
Are you
I'm
uploading
fucking
this,
living my
this
best
audio
life
to
right
YouTube?
now. And you know, I was thinking about it. And I was like, yeah, I'll put it on my fucking YouTube page. You know what I'm saying? A 3-Way Street podcast. I'm actually working. I have a. So I had a graphic designer
Let's go.
create a fucking thumbnail for it already. However, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to her for doing it. But I have another one currently working on another one, which her shit is dope as fuck. So I'm eager to see.
Damn, that
Shout out
first artist is like
to Mo
that first artist is like
for redoing.
So the first, don't name the first artist.
I'm not naming the first artist. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead and drop.
I'm not naming the first artist. It's my
Damn, your
homie's like cousin or some
No
shit.
respect.
Shout out to her.
Once we
No
stop recording, we'll
respect.
find out.
Yeah, it's my homie's cousin. You know what I'm saying? I paid for the shit. I can't crop the motherfucker because it just won't fit in the thumbnail size. So I got my current one doing it, Mo. Shout out to Mo. And she's working on that shit. And then she's working on a new one for my podcast. Yeah, that's a podcast. I told her I love my fucking current thumbnail, but I want to see what she does with it. So
all right, man.
there's going to be new thumbnails coming out. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
You
let's
know what I'm saying?
wrap
You got to
it
break
up.
bread.
Paul,
You got
tell
to
me what you
invest
got
in
going
yourself. You know what I'm saying? So
Right now, my daughter busted out of her room. She was trying to go to bed, and I fucked up, but she's right next to me.
Hell
And it's time
yeah.
for her to go to
Rob,
bed.
tell 'em what you got
So,
going on.
boys, I might have to cut off.
hey, it's all good. We were wrapping it up anyway. Well, you know what I'm saying? You got new episodes of YeahDat the podcast coming. You know what I'm saying? Slapping you in the face. We got a three-way street podcast coming. You know what I'm saying? We dropping more shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Look out for the Empty Orchestra fucking podcast coming. You know what I mean? On YouTube, on Twitch,
That's
on
right.
fucking every platform you can hear
And
a
if you're
fucking
listening to this on
podcast.
YouTube,
That's where
my
it's
man Rob will
being
put everyone's
fucking
so and so links. Oh my god! At the last minute, Paul turned on his camera.
dropped. Oh,
Rob's
we
gonna
got
put
a
all the
mega baby.
information. All right. Peace out.
Boys, I'm gonna cut out because she's dragging me to bed. So
Hey, it's all good, man.
Rob's gonna
I'll
see
see y'all.
everyone's Instagrams,
All right.
everyone's social medias, everyone's podcasts, everyone's Twitch channel, everyone's everything. So be sure to check that out. Check out his promo codes. Check out In Rob We Trust. Came out in 2009. It's one of the heaviest hitting albums of the year. And that's it, man.
Hell
That's
yeah,
a wrap.
man. If you're into gaming, check out motherfucking Shin Godzilla. Is that still the
No, it's just everything is the Empty Orchestra. now.
Empty Orchestra on fucking Twitch, man? Streaming fucking games from back in the day to current day. He'll whoop your ass on them shits.
That's right.
But
Appreciate
thank y'all.
I appreciate you getting us all together, Rob.
Of course, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's my pleasure. And thank you guys out there for listening, and gals for listening and tuning in. And until the next episode next week, we'll see y'all, man. Yeah, that. We out of here.